This card, what we're going to be making is going to be focusing on some of the DSP. We're going to take some of the DSP that's in here, especially this one here, with the little birch trees in between, and we're going to be using a punch, and I'm going to be using, it's an older punch. It is a rectangular one, and it's going to come out like this. We need to punch out 3 of those like that. So what I'm going to do is just, oh, there's a little piece, pop it in there, and pop it in, and we're just going to punch it out. And you're going to do 3 of those. So you want 3 of those squares. If you don't have that punch, you can use a look in your punch selection and see what you could do. Something square, something rectangular, something circle. They all work. Another piece of DSP. So instead of stamping with the Winterly Treetops, this guy here, or this one here, and coloring him, I'm going to be using the DSP, and I'm going to be cutting one of the birds out. I think I'm going to be using these guys here. They're also cute. This is really cute too. I think it'd look really nice. But I'm going to pick up the red that's in here, and I'm going to have some ribbon. So this is an older ribbon, but it's a red ribbon, and that's what I'm going to be basing it on. So that's why I'm going to pick up these birds here. I take this one, but this guy's tail is kind of cut off. I'd look in the selection and see what I have. Maybe I got some somewhere else. Got some over here. I could use them. You know, there is a selection that you can use. In the meantime, we have our card base. We're going to set that aside for a moment. There is our mat. This is Pebbled Path, very nice color, and it matches the DSP that's in there. I'm going to set that aside. We're going to take a piece of basic white, and we are going to emboss it with the fantastic, I got to tell you, this is a fantastic, the Birchwood 3D embossing folder. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to emboss this piece of basic white. I'm going to pop it in there, and this is absolutely beautiful. These guys can stay here while we go emboss. And I think it always turns out so beautiful, this embossing. Look at that relief on that, or you can flip it over on that side. Both are absolutely stunning. What I'm going to do is take my 3 pieces, and I'm going to kind of lay them on there. And I want to have them kind of even on the left and right. I want them a little higher in the top because I'm going to place a ribbon and a sentiment on the bottom here. Before I go any further, I'm going to wrap this ribbon around and tape it down. Let's get our tape. Your ribbon might look slightly different, but it should be a red type of ribbon there. I find the ribbon, I don't know, for me, I think it gives that kind of festive feeling, and I think it really makes the images and the card pop a little bit more. So I'm going to wrap that around. Okay, there we go. Wrap it around the bottom. I'm taping it on the back. There we go. So what I can do, so I don't lose all my pieces, I'm going to actually just glue this down on the piece of Pebbled Path so that it can dry and I can keep working. I'm going to lay that on the Pebbled Path. There we go. Nice mat around. I'm going to let that off to the side. Oh, you know what? We can actually put our little pieces on. So again, we're going to put our pieces back on. And I think I'm going to, oops, that's backwards. I'm going to just glue them down just so that I don't lose them. And I'm starting with the left and the right so that it becomes, the center will become even. Go left. Oh, that's the right. Now the left. Put that on there. Eyeball it. Make sure it's height-wise. And the one in the center. There we go. And now I can let that dry. I'm going to put those off to the side and let those dry. In the meantime, I'm going to look for the birds that I want to cut out. And I think, like, I really like these ones. But like I said, his tail's cut off, so I think I'm going to go with this one down here. There we go. We have them cut off. I'm going to place them on here. And I'll add a little bit of a sentiment. I'm not going to glue him down yet because I want to know how far apart the sentiment is going to be. I'm just going to use the small sentiment, thinking of you always. I think that's going to fit in really nicely there. Grab a piece of basic white, and I'm just going to stamp in Memento Black. I just grabbed a piece of scrap paper, and I'm just going to stamp that. Whoops. Now you can leave it square or you can cut it out. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to cut out and around those words. Now I can see where I want to place my sentiment. So this way, if I've glued it down, then I'm kind of stuck. This way I can kind of move it around. I'm going to put it right there. Get some dimensionals. And I'm going to pop the bird and the sentiment up on dimensionals. This is a super quick card using just the DSP. There we go. And we are going to place that on a piece of base white and glue that down. There we go. We can finish this up with a few dots. I can do the red, I can do the clear. I don't know, it's kind of tough. It's a tough decision. I think I'm going to use some of the clear dots. And just around there. These red ones they want to be used too, they're coming out. Yeah. And there's the card for that. Very cute, very quick. I think the red really makes it pop.